was listening the program director giving the background of this Goodwill Parcel occasion, when it started. And he defined Goodwill in a very, very smart way. But given the history where we come from, I could not stop yesterday evening to think about saying to everybody, we are a family and we are one. We are a family and we are one. And they always say, family matters. This morning, we witness more than ever before in the history of our relationship that family matters. Family life in God's economy of things matters supremely.
Mrs. Shoke, chairperson of the Spouses Forum, on behalf of all the sponsors present here today, would like to say thank you to welcome us in your space, to work with you in this project. Through the generous sponsors received from different sponsors present here today, the project has grown from strength to strength and has improved. We've managed to make up 4,500 hampers for this year. These hampers are going to be distributed to the family members of our deployed soldiers internally and externally, looking after our borders. The value of these hampers have changed significantly from a mere 60 rand, as alluded by the program director, to over 500, which will be distributed, given to the families this year. During the debrief session held at the Banana Beach Resort in KZN, more sponsors came on board and agreed to support this initiative. I'm going to call the sponsors by name in acknowledgement and also to say thank you for the good work that you're doing, and would like to encourage you to continue to do so. We have Masmart Group and the food supplier, Promasidor, Danone, Kellogg's, Pepsi, Simba, Tiger Brands. We've got SA Army Foundation, Mintiro ya Bula Bula, Sanlam, Old Mutual, Avbob, Asupol, Liberty Life, Credit Solution Maxi, Umkombe Marine, SA Navy Fund, SAMS Fund, and SAP and MPACT. Now, because of the good work which we do, we now have a better understanding of the sacrifice made by our soldiers, and we wish to extend the invitation to other corporate companies within South Africa that they should also see the importance to extend their hand in helping this project to be continued and be adding an impact on the life of our soldiers.
And a special welcome to all our sponsors. Without your invaluable monetary and humanitarian contributions, our endeavors would not have reached the success it is. Thank you for taking the time from your busy schedules and gracing us with your presence here today. Kindly accept our sincere appreciation. Our passionate projects with the military communities have always been supported by willing hearts and hands. These are the community members who choose to make a difference and amplify the meaning of goodwill. and live by its meaning. The Goodwill Parcel Project is testimony to this. Madam Minister, a huge thank you to you for your undying support to our endeavors. Your commitment and support to the military communities at large has always served as a beacon of hope that our hopes are not in vain. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Minister. Chief of the SANDF, General Shoke, thank you for providing support to your subordinates to ensure that our military families out there are aware that their well-being is high in our priority list. Last but not least, I want to thank the team who operates behind the scenes to ensure that days such as this are exercised. Your dedication and commitment to the SANDF Spouses Forum, our serving men and women and their families is truly appreciated.
As we have this South African National Defence Force Goodwill Parcel Project annual breakfast, I wish to take this opportunity to remind that we do so as we observe October month, Oliver Tambo month. What would he have said as we gather here to celebrate the achievements of the South African National Defence Force Goodwill Parcel Project? OR would have reiterated his call during the occasion of the Year of the Women to re-emphasize that, and I quote, "The struggle for women's emancipation is not just the responsibility of women, but both women and men," close quote. This was on the occasion of the observation of the 1984 as the Year of the Women, recognizing and paying tribute to the role that women have played in the liberation of our movement. This call was to spur them on to play their rightful place in the forefront of the struggle for the destruction of the monstrous system of apartheid and the creation of a peaceful, democratic, non-racial and non-sexist South Africa. As we gather here today for the South African National Defence Force Goodwill Parcel Project, we should be proud that these goals have been partially met, but more still needs to be done for the full emancipation of women and for us to take head-on the scourge of gender-based violence which we are now facing. As spouses within the defence family, we know only too well the challenges faced by your partners. In this regard, I call upon you to continue the support that you give them as they go about doing their work. You are the integral part of the successes and challenges they face. They may be the heads of one entity or another within the defence family, but you are the neck on which the head is supported. Without them, they cannot function. Without whom they cannot function. You keep the home fires burning at all material times, especially when they are away on long assignments and deployments. This means that more often than not, and throughout your partner's military careers, even as a professional in your own right, it is your career that tends to take a back seat as you juggle the roles of being a caregiver and ensuring the family functions seamlessly and optimally. The situation is not helped by the highly unpredictable nature of military life, continued relocation due to assigned responsibilities and job requirements, This has a direct impact on the spouses and implications for careers within close or real proximity to the serving spouse. However, this is not always possible, thus ending with yourselves, the other spouse, as a full-time caregiver. We therefore need to honor and recognize the important role you play, even as you do not wear your partner's medals, but often you are the ones who put them on and ensure that they walk out of the house to work looking good. Sometimes you're in the middle of breakfast and they leave, like we are going to do now, Mashok. You are in the middle of a breakfast you've organized, which the chief has supported, and in the middle of that breakfast, he'll be whisked out. And you don't know when they are coming back. These scenarios painted are very familiar to yourselves, having been an integral part of the military or defense family. You may not be in uniform or hold the ranks and titles that your spouses hold, but you are directly and indirectly impacted by it, whether you like it or not. To the spouses on active duty, I strongly urge that you must be thankful for the support you continue to receive from your spouses. Do not take it for granted, because taking it for granted leads to many a family breakup. Mashoke and the rest of the Spousal Forum, I would like to take this opportunity to thank you for the work you have done over the years and the support you have given. For today's purposes, you have, as in the past years, shown leadership in support of this initiative, working together with the sponsors. To the sponsors, the efforts and contribution you have consistently made is recognized and appreciated. Without you, we may not have come as far as we did on this project. You've made the lives of our deployed soldiers and their families bearable. And as we are nearing the end of the year, what has been raised thus far, which is exceeding the previous years, will go a long way.